of my time is that the documents that I introduced into the record do establish that pattern, and I hope you pay attention to that. And thank you, and I yield back.
The gentleman has expired. The chair recognizes the gentlewoman from Texas, Ms. Jackson Lee, for 5 minutes.
Mr. Chairman, thank you so very much. And let me also acknowledge my commitment to the First Amendment for all of the witnesses that are here. And our pointed questions to Ms. Hardaway and Ms. Richardson, obviously because they come with important critiques that we need to address, and we need to address it fairly, and we also need to get the facts. Before I do that, Mr. Chairman, I'd like to pause on my time because I would like to acknowledge Takala Ann Allen and Madison, who are Take Your Daughters to Congress, and I think I see Ms. Husband with a young lady here in the back, and I want them to stand, and I want to acknowledge that this is Madison's birthday. Ladies, stand up. I know you can't hear me. There you are, 13, and you stand up too. Thank you. Thank you so very much. I couldn't imagine a better place for them to view democracy. You may be seated. This is democracy in a Judiciary Committee meeting room. Let me...
Will my colleague yield for just 1 second? I'd like to introduce my daughter as well.
I'd be happy to yield. Mr. Chairman, are you pausing on my time, please? I need to... She wants me to yield for her to introduce her daughter.
Oh, so, yeah, I won't count against your time.
Okay. But
Tatiana, stand up, from Philadelphia. Thank you for being here. Thank you.
Thank you. I'll be happy. In any event, I think it is important to note two things. One, there is a question of this hearing as to establish whether there was a pattern. I think that's very important. I think we probably have to have 10 hearings, and I don't view this hearing as particularly important. I do want to take note of the fact, Mr. Chairman, that the Senate has just passed out of committee the special counsel legislation, of which it would be appropriate for us to hold a hearing on the special counsel legislation to protect Special Counsel Mueller. That is, in fact, a bipartisan bill with a number of Republicans on it. So I hope, and let me make a formal request that we do so and mark up that bill that has been introduced by Mr. Nadler. I'd also like to introduce into the record articles from Ms. Hardaway and Ms. Richard dealing with expressions of dismay or disagreement with a number of entities. Ask unanimous consent to introduce exclusive diamond silk crash Hillary Clinton's race baiting. She is not our slave master. Diamond silk criticized Michelle Obama, and then, of course, a message for Oprah. Ask unanimous consent to put these in the record. Thank you. And I think that is clear that there is a First Amendment protection that you all deserve, as I deserve it, as the witnesses deserve it. So let me pose these questions. Ms. Hardaway, have you ever been paid by the Trump campaign?
No. We've never been paid by the Trump campaign.
You've never been paid by the Trump campaign?
We have never been paid by the Trump campaign.
Not $5, not $100?
We have never been paid. We have never been paid by the Trump campaign.
Let me ask a specific question. $1,274.94.
We have never been paid.
Ms. Hardaway, my understanding is that you received the now infamous email from Facebook, the email calling your space page unsafe on April 8th, 2018?
No. That was not April the 8th. We received that on April the 5th, 2018.
Now on April 11th, you appeared on the Ingram Angle on Fox News to discuss this matter. The host, Laura Ingram, asked, did you get contacted by Facebook, and has this been reversed? Have you been contacted by Facebook?
We was contacted via Twitter on April the 12th.
You responded, we have not been in communication with Facebook. We have not been contacted. We have not spoken to anyone over the phone.
That's true. We hadn't been in contact with them. We haven't spoken to anyone over the phone.
Right. They said it was in direct communications with us, and we had not been in direct communication.
Did you, on that show, say that you were not contacted?
We were not contacted. We was contacted on the 12th. We was contacted on the 12th via Twitter.
All right. So are you saying that you did not lie on that show, or you did lie?
We did not lie on that show. We did that show on the 11th. We was contacted by Twitter on the 12th, by Facebook on the 12th via Twitter. And when we looked in our verifies, there they were.
is it your testimony today that as of April 11th, when you went on Ms. Ingram's show and said that Mr. Zuckerberg had lied about trying to contact you, that Facebook never reached out to you or Ms. Richardson about this issue?
Mark Zuckerberg said that they was in direct communication with us. That, like they had spoken to us. They did not do that.
Did you get information from Zuckerberg or Facebook?
No.
Any means of communication?
No.
You just said you got it through Twitter.
We got it through Twitter on the 12th, on April the 12th.
The next day.
Hold on for a moment. Miss Jackson, don't try to mince my words. Let me explain to you this here. April the 5th, 2018, they took and they deemed us unsafe to the community and told us it wasn't appealable.
Have you
that was April the 12th is when they...
I am the one asking questions. You're in a judicial committee hearing, and I respect you, and you're going to respect me. Now, my question is, have you gotten contact from Facebook? And Ms. Richardson may want to answer it. Have you?
No.
All right. And you're saying under oath that you did not. And so the Twitter is not communication?
The way you're asking that question is a little confusing. No, you're asking that question and you're missing words right here.
Have you gotten any communication from Facebook?
On April the 12th, via Twitter.
And what mode was that?
That was via Twitter.
All right, so, and you got information. So your testimony that you did not is not truthful.
That is truthful.
Let me move on to Professor Wallman.
Time of the gentlelady has expired.
I asked that my introduction of my two young ladies not be attributable to my time.
How you use your time is yours, and that did count on your time.
That is not the case.
Yes,
Professor Wallman, I'd like you to answer this question.
Time of the gentlelady has expired.
If Facebook attempts to answer the question or respond,
time of the gentlelady has
is that
expired.
legitimate that Facebook
Time of the gentlelady has expired.
is that legitimate that Facebook
Time of the gentlelady has expired.
be held to
We're going to get through all the witnesses.
We
We have to observe these time guidelines. We can't give everybody
Mr. Chairman,
2 extra minutes.
I asked for the chairman to have gotten out of the seat when he said yes, and the staff is standing here, and they need to be able to speak up. I want this question answered by Mr. Wallman.
Thank you, madam.
Mr.
Time
Wallman,
of the gentlelady
can you
has
answer that
expired.
question,
There may be
please?
time after everybody
Mr. Wallman,
else
can you answer the question? Mr. Wallman, can you
Facebook-
answer the question? You're not
Time
going
of
to
the
be penalized.
gentlelady has
Facebook has
expired.
an opportunity to make those decisions for its own.
This time we'll recognize
They don't do it in
Mr.
a
Biggs
biased
for
way.
5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Wallman.
Be looking into the manipulation of Facebook by the Russians to help Donald Trump get elected. We could be looking into the Russian interference with the presidential election. We could be looking at Russian hacking into state election processes. We could be talking about in this committee legislation to protect the Mueller investigation. None of those areas has this committee been involved with during the last 15 months that we've been in session. We could be talking about gun control. We could be talking about the DREAM Act in this committee. No hearings whatsoever. But what we are dealing with today, we're giving a platform to Diamond and Silk. And you ladies are very impressive to me. You have taken something and you have moved forward with it, exercising your First Amendment rights. And you've made a ton of money off of Facebook. Isn't that correct?
Absolutely not, because Facebook censored us for
Donald
6
Trump,
months.
Now, Donald Trump introduced you all at a rally last year, and he introduced y'all saying that you were very popular and you had made a ton of money based on your affiliation with him. Isn't that correct?
Let me tell
That
you
is
what
not
he
what
was
he
doing.
said.
Yes,
He was calling those things that was not as though they were, is what he was doing then. But let me tell you something.
But he has given you
But
a-
Facebook
Hold on one
censored us for
second.
6 months.
Hold on one second, ma'am. The point I'm trying to make is you all have been bashing Facebook and you've been making a ton of money. Isn't that correct?
No.
Excuse me,
No.
no.
You've not been-
Wait a minute, hold
When they
up. Unsafe to the
You've
community.
not been making a ton of
Facebook
money
bashed
based
itself.
on
But you know
your
what?
bashing of Facebook?
No. We didn't bash Facebook. What
Well,
we
have
did
you
was
been
we
making
brought
a
it to
ton
the
of money?
light on how Facebook has been censoring
been-
conservative voices like ourselves
have
for
you been
6
making-
months, 29 days,
Have you been
5
making a
hours,
ton of money?
43 minutes, and 40 seconds. That's what they did.
Now, I can tell you
Have
something.
you been
we
making? Have you been making money Have you been monetizing?
They won't let
your-
us monetize on Facebook.
So you
They
haven't
stopped
been-
it for 6 months, 29 days.
So they've been messing with your money then.
Exactly. That's
They
exactly what I'm
limited
about to
our
say.
page is
All
what
right.
They
they
did, and YouTube did also by demonetizing 95% of our videos for no reason at all,
But you
deeming it
still-
as hate
but
speech.
you still
However,
selling-
allow me to say
Still
that with
selling
them,
merchandise on the.
Well, even if we sell
platform.
merchandise, that don't have anything to do with Facebook. Facebook censored our free speech. And shame on the ones that don't even see that we have been censored. Yet, when the Black Lives Matter people complain about it, oh, everybody is up in arms. Let me just say this here. If the shoe was on the other foot and Mark Zuckerberg was a conservative and we were liberals, oh, all fences and all chains would have broke loose. You know it and I know it. But what I find appalling is that these Democrats, they don't want to take up for our voices.
Democrats
because
would
we
be
support
in the street.
president.
Democrats would be in the
All
street
okay,
right now
I'd like
marching
to-
and
I'd like
calling
to
him
give
all
you a-
type of racist.
I'd like to
That's
give
what
you a
would
little
be
bit
doing
more
right now.
time. I'd like
Yeah.
to give you a little bit more time, but I got to move on. I only got a minute left.
Okay.
But I appreciate you all for your entrepreneurial spirit.
That's
and
part of the
we're
American
giving you a
dream.
And we want to
tremendous-
attain it too.
And we're giving you a tremendous platform with this hearing to make a ton of money when it's over.
That's right. And I hope everybody on Facebook can follow us. if
And
they
like,
would
yes,
to.
that's right. That's right.
And they can
Because that's what it's supposed to be
That's
about.
what it's
It's supposed to be about the obtaining the American dream. We are African American women.
That's
If
right.
illegal aliens can come over here and build businesses, why can't we?
Why
And we
can't
were
we?
born on this soil. Oh, you don't have a right to silence my voice.
Well,
You
now I've
absolutely not.
always heard though that diamonds are a girl's best.
They are, and they hard too. And if I got to be hard and be firm with you, I will. You're not going to brush us off and dismiss us
No, you're not.
like we don't have merit here.
But you
These
prefer-
people censored us
Yes.
for no reason. They put limitations on our page for no reason, and that was wrong.
But rather than diamonds, you're seeking money with Facebook. Isn't that correct?
Well, you know what? If Facebook is a platform for you to make money, then so be it. Everybody
right.
else do
Well, I
it.
respect-
And don't stop us from making any.
And don't make us feel guilty because we and other people that's built their brand page want to make money. We've spent plenty of money.
All
That's
right.
right.
Okay. I'm with you on that. I'm just astounded that this committee would stoop to this level to be positioning you all to make more money.
We really thank the committee for
Allowing
bringing
us.
this to the
I'm
light,
sure
for
that-
little
I'm a-
voices like us.
sure that you-
It's little voices
Thank you.
like us.
Because it wasn't you. You didn't do it.
Thank you.
The
It was-
time
it
of the
was-
gentleman, the time of the gentleman has expired.